That belongs in a museum.
Just play Journey Below, get a new Barak. Perhaps you want something else, though, too, depending on how things go. Maybe Tomb Pillager. And look at RDU just immediately chopping away. Now, we've seen players do stuff like this, be really aggressive. Sometimes Shadow Striking face, but I've yet to see Questing Avenger just play as a 2-2 against Control Warrior.
Against Rogue in a lot of situations because, you know, weapons are good. It also means that he attacks with the weapon too, so, you know, if he does play Harrison Jones, he gets one charge. And also if he plays Harrison Jones, he doesn't answer the Questing Adventure.
That's clever, yeah. Forcing him to choose. Either play Harrison Jones and remove my charge, or let my Questing Adventure live. It's a very interesting proposition, and one that BunnyHoppor said, you know what? But how much he has Gadget Sand, Coin Conceal anyways.
But how much is too much?
It's a good point.
How much do you say? I understand attacking with the Deadly Poison because that has a lot of value, but that 1-2 dagger to you really doesn't have that much value. The value is, you know, giving your opponent cards.
2 cards.
Yeah.
It's really powerful. RDU seeing that his opponent plays just a card because BunnyHoppor values that life gain, but now here comes the Gadget Sand train.
He's got double Gadget Sand and double Conceal. So RDU, we will see about his entire deck in the coming turns.
Backstab, get rid of a weapon charge. He's still going to be looking for other things with Leroy Jenkins, his Cold Bloods, his Questing Adventure number 2.
Now,
can also prep Fan here. Wouldn't hate that either, just to continue to draw, not even take that damage. Get that one little poke to face.
Yeah, he knows that BunnyHoppor does run Tinkmaster over Spark, so getting immediate value out of Gadget and Auctioneer does have inherent value because of that. You know, impactful minion about 50 games. And it's in those situations you realize that life is hard.
Yeah, and it's definitely not the easiest. RDU choosing to start things off with Cold Blood. I was kind of anticipating him to start with something else, but you know what? He's at full hand, so the problem is he can't like Journey Below because I think he would overdraw at that point. And now he's drawn the Questing Adventurer. He probably wants to play that with Eviscerate and then Conceal for the second time, so that way he can get that damage in with the quest in the following turn, forcing a brawl from his opponent, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's a little bit of a waste of 2 damage, but like you mentioned, overdrawing. That minion from Journey from Below could be really important.
Yes.
I think that's how it works, right? You draw the card first, and then the minion would resolve afterwards.
So while people might be looking at the Cold Blood and say, he didn't get the value off of...
But a guaranteed removal of both effects from these very powerful minions.
Sure, there you go.
And now both Conceals are gone. That's about, you know, as much as you could possibly ask for from Tinkmaster.
Yeah, RDU is probably not hoping for this, unless, a Devil's Sword comes out. Yikes. I guess BunnyHoppor says, you know what, that if that Questing Adventurer lived that turn, it would have been much bigger than a 5/5, so thank goodness that I was at least able to stem off that much damage.
Yeah, Tinkmaster over Spark. 3-mana Battle Cry, limit your opponent's potential.
Yep, sounds like my high school teacher in a nutshell. Well, the Devil's Sword is going to get in 5 damage here, and that's a 4/4/5/5/6/6. BunnyHoppor just used 1 brawl as well, so definitely not a comfortable position whatsoever.
It's like Karakazam on steroids.
Karakazam on steroids. Karakazam, yeah, actually you're right, because it'd be a 3/3 buff across the board. That's very strong. Second brawl being forced out of BunnyHoppor, and he doesn't even have removal guaranteed.
Well, he got, potentially the best outcome. You know, Drake has, it's the smallest body, but it has spell power attached to it. But
kind of.
Now Artie can just load up the board.
But with Gromish in his hand, I feel like his answer for removal on the following turn is better. Oh, okay, so he chooses to remove this turn. This is how seriously he's treating the threats, because he knows that his opponent probably is drawn deep enough for Cold Blood.
Yeah, and he knows that he's actually been through a lot. He's been through both Conceals. He's been through both Questing Adventures and the Edwin Van Cleef.
Is that a Karen Bloodhoof?
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. That is really strong against Warrior. They can't remove that easily.
Yeah.
Unless he's thinking about picking up Zero for, like, some combo potentials. But, I mean, Karen is really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Journey from Below ends up being a pretty good card.
Fantastic
on the day for RDU.
tech. And Matt, I mean, you have to wonder what Journey Below is intended for. And if you know that people are going to be bringing a lot of slower variants of Warrior, then of course.
So then what's the
awkward.
best way to go about this? So Sap on the Sylvanas is pretty much a given. So you're left with 8 mana.
I guess the double Pillager makes the cleanest. You could also play SI and remove and get damage with the Cairn as well.
Yeah. I kind of like just SI 1 and Pillager second, even though it puts less power on the board. You're giving your opponent less resources, killing off the entire body of the infested Tauren. This does use less mana and makes your burst potential, I guess, as the game progresses, a little bit less. But I guess that the only potential it would be used for burst would be Leroy Jenkins Eviscerate plus SA7 Age, which would be 12.
Use Caster Vision to spot that, but definitely can agree with the fact that he just has to load up as much board tension without overextending onto the board and cleanly removing. BunnyHoppor goes up to 20, so 4 plus the 14 still needs a little bit more in order to finish this game out. The thing is, Cairn's showing off why he's strong. He can easily go for a trade here, or he can just go for the tempo. Yes.
1 Deadly Poison.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Thalnos, I think.
Thalnos. And
maybe another Drake. But either way, he still needs to be searching for some of that damage to finish the game.
14 cards left for BunnyHoppor. And 2. So it's just Deadly Poison and Drake, I think.
Yeah.
Has he used both Fan of Knives?
Actually, it could be Fan of Knives #2.
Yeah, but we're going to see here. There's the Deadly Poison.
Yeah. The Sap, so that he can play the Tomb Pillager as well. It doesn't matter if he's on Fatigue. It is Azure Drake. And that's a huge board from RDU. He's got 17 damage loaded up. BunnyHoppor doesn't have the brawls anymore.
But Revenge plus Ravaging Ghoul.
Oh. You're right. Revenge is something that we weren't thinking about. I'm trying to do some quick math here, assuming that he might even bash to gain health. Then he would be, I think he would be at 3 plus 4 is 19. 19 with 13 plus 4, 17. He would be off, assuming he bashes here, and then just it tanks up. And I think RDU, he can squeeze in all the damage because he has the Deadly Poison. And Leroy, Eviscerate, 10, 13, 17. Yeah, he's 2 off. But he has the...
Coin doesn't matter.
So what he might end up doing is playing a minion, Deadly Poison, Dagger, and then remove and try to go at one point.
Oh no! Oh no!
If he was 2 damage off at one point, could we say that there's an opportunity for RDU to be more aggressive? Because he has 17 by my count right now.
My voodoo words.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, TJ, you could have been right. But RDU is trying to maximize as much damage as he can by using the Shadow Strike here, but he knows that one of these minions will certainly die to the Grommash.
Is it going to be enough, though?
Yeah.
Next turn, he has 11 damage from hand, plus the 14 on the board, actually, or plus 4 on board, so it'd be 15.
Oh, but he doesn't have the way to remove every single minion on the board. He does have the N'Zoth, but I don't think it only summons the Infested Tauren.
Because you'd only be able to kill off.
Yeah. Wow, what a close game. Super duper close. Warrior almost got to the finish line, but RDU stops him. With 3 damage of fatigue. You don't usually see rogues go that deep.
Yeah, and BunnyHoppor has to know it. Got to be keeping track of those cards throughout the course of the game. And Leroy plus Eviscerate are 2 cards that you definitely keep close track of. So BunnyHoppor valiantly fought that one. A game of very little damage. Those players